Hello and welcome to CHEM-160, Fundamentals of Physical Chemistry. My name is Dr. Grazioli and I'll be your professor for this course. The topics we'll cover in this course include thermodynamics, kinetics, quantum mechanics, and spectroscopy. Now, there are entire course sequences in each of these areas, including graduate course sequences. So this is a vast field of physical chemistry. So obviously we can't cover all of that in one semester in depth. So the goal of this course is to expose you to as much of the wonderful world of physical chemistry as we can in one semester. Additionally, we're going to focus our discussions in these areas of physical chemistry as they apply to the life sciences. As you may have guessed by the name physical chemistry, we actually have quite a bit of overlap with physics. In fact, as you take this course, it may feel a bit more like a physics class you've taken in the past than chemistry classes, say organic chemistry, biochemistry. This might feel more like maybe parts of electricity and magnetism class, or Newtonian mechanics is going to come up. We're going to see a lot of topics from physics applied to chemistry. Now, as you know from your physics classes, you can't do physics without doing math, and the same thing applies to physical chemistry. We can't do physical chemistry without doing some math. So some of the math concepts we're going to use come from your calculus courses, like derivatives, integrals, partial derivatives with multiple variables. We're going to be doing things like that. We're going to involve some statistics, some geometry. Basically, there's a whole lot of different math principles that also get applied in physical chemistry. So we take things from math, some things from physics, and we apply them to studying chemistry. So it's a chemistry course that feels more like a physics course, and you're going to use stuff from multiple math classes. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, it is a lot, but I'm going to be there every step of the way with you, and I'm also going to make sure that I do reviews of all of these concepts we'll be applying from other classes before we use them in this space of physical chemistry. So if you're a little rusty in any of these areas, there will be time to get caught up and remember how to do some of these things like taking derivatives, integrals, etc. In fact, early in the class, I'm going to spend a good bit of time doing a math review. So this will be challenging, but you're up to it, you can do it, and I'm here to help. Also, similar to your experiences with taking math and physics courses, the key is practice, right? If you go to a lot of concerts and you've spent a lot of time watching a guitar player play guitar, and then you expect to be able to just pick up a guitar and play without practicing, we know that's not going to happen, right? You have to practice. If you don't practice it, you're not going to get it down. The same thing applies to physical chemistry. If you watch a video where I solve a problem, even if every step makes sense, but you don't try to do a problem yourself, then when it comes time to do it on the test, it's not going to go as well as if you had actually practiced the problems yourself. So make sure that you're actually doing the homeworks. Even if they're not graded, make sure you're doing the homeworks, getting the practice, because practice is really how you learn how to do these problems. You have to practice. As far as graded materials go, there will be 4 major exams, the 4th being the final. And we're also going to have some smaller things like quizzes, some graded homework assignments. And additionally, I'm actually going to do a couple oral exams. So the way the oral exams are going to work is they're going to be based on the homework problems. Now for the homework problems, I want you to work together. Even when the homework is graded, I want you to work together, help each other out. But then when it comes to the oral exam, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you show me some work that you've already done for your homework and just explain to me how you did each step. Why did you do the different things that you did? So you need to be able to explain your work. So if you were working with a friend and they showed you how to do a particular problem and you wrote some stuff down and you weren't quite sure what it meant, but you wrote it down because it seemed about right, well, the oral exam is going to be the time when that kind of catches you, right? So if you get help from a friend and they show you how to do a problem, don't just write down what they did. Make sure they explain to you what they did so that later you can explain what those steps mean. So that's the purpose of the oral exams. As for following along with the course materials, everything's going to be in Canvas. So if you stay up to date on your Canvas announcements and you look at every module I release, check out every item in every module, you won't miss anything. And of course, attend the Zoom lecture sessions as well, where I won't be lecturing at you the entire time. There'll be some interactive things. We'll be solving problems together, all sorts of things. And honestly, I want to see what sort of activities the class responds best to and do more of that. So that's going to be left up to you a little bit as well. And of course, as with every class, make sure you read the syllabus to get additional information on how this course is going to be run. Well, that about covers it. I absolutely love physical chemistry, so I'm really excited that I get to teach this course, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon. All right, take care.